Okay, I figured out my key to success. Now I'm locked in. I learned how to open doors like a locksmith.
What's up? Welcome back. You're now locked in with DK and Atwood. I'm Atwood. Killer to my left here is DK.
Yes.
On the mats, as always, here at the Next Element Academy, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So the past couple of weeks have been, I'm sure, long for you.
Oh, man.
You know, competition here, competition there.
Yeah, and then August, I'm going every single weekend.
Yeah. You'll be going this weekend, too, for old Jason Aldean.
Old Jason Aldean, #1 song in the country, bro. Try that in a small town.
Did you know he's suing?
He's suing
like $30 million.
CMT?
Yeah.
Man.
Or I think it might be more than $30 million. He's suing for a lot of money, and he's suing The View because of they were calling him racist and all that shit, too. Yeah,
good for him, man.
He might make a whole lot of money. You might not ever hear from him again.
Charleston, it's sold out. So I bought my tickets a long time. I bought my tickets on before Mother's Day for Megan's Mother's Day. Mm-hmm. Part of Megan's Mother's Day gift. And dude, I got pretty good tickets, you know. And this is before people started buying them all, you know, and then reselling them. Now, only thing that you can get on Ticketmaster are resales. Yeah,
well, I bet you they're scalping the hell out of them too.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I didn't skimp on tickets, man. You know, I bought some good tickets. So and that venue is like open air, and it's like a little. Yeah, they play tennis in there. Yeah, so it's like it's like a bowl almost. So
is that on Daniel Island?
Yeah, Daniel Island.
Okay, yeah.
The issue is it's like, you know, we were going to take a ferry or something from Charleston. They have a ferry that goes, it's called the Daniel Island Ferry. It goes from like, you know where the Pineapple is in Charleston downtown? They'll take you there to Daniel Island, drop you off for the concert, and pick you up after the concert, 30 minutes after concert ends or something like that, and then drive back.
Right on.
Yeah. So it's, we're supposed to do that, but I don't know if we're going to do that or not.
Why?
Because baby's not going.
So, yeah.
You know, Megan's like, what if he's like freaking out? I'm like, what, are we just going to leave the middle of the concert? You know?
Yeah.
And she was like, well, we definitely can't do that if we got to take a boat back and if we're stuck there. And I was like, okay. So I'd already, dude, a couple weeks ago, like, you know, this lady was, her cousin was talking about that. You guys should take the ferry over there and everything. It's going to be so cool. Like, you can just like, you're like in the harbor of Charleston, you know?
Right.
And so, and I think they serve drinks on it and all this other stuff. So it's almost like a party.
Yeah.
On
like
the way to on the way to the concert,
right.
You know? And so I was like, dude, and that'd
cool.
be so cool.
Pre-game
you know?
a little bit.
Yeah, man. Like I'm 40 years old. I want to act like I'm 20.
20, yeah.
Yeah. And so anyways, man, we that's I don't know if that's gonna happen. I bought the ticket. It was like two tickets left. I bought them up ASAP, man, because and so they had one boat that left at like 4:30 in the afternoon. So if you wanted to get there early, and then there was another one left at like 6:10 or whatever, and then they opened the doors up, I think, at 6:30 or something. I don't know.
Right on.
Anyways.
Well, regardless, it's going to be a fun time.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. And then Austin fights this weekend, this Friday night. And so
I'll put the link for that stream in the description
cool.
so people can go and watch that. I already made my account. So
yeah, Austin's main event, Nashville. And so, you know, I'm not going. This would be one of the first time I'm not going because I had already bought my tickets, you know, before he agreed to his fight. I was like, hey, man, like I got tickets for this concert on this day, and it's a good opportunity for him. You know,
Dana White Contender Series guy, right?
Yeah, so he's fighting a kid from Nashville MMA, which is where I think Chandler owns it.
Oh, word.
And
word.
Mike Chandler, then after that, the guy, or not after that, the guy was on the Contender Series or whatnot, lost in the Contender Series. He's on a 3-fight losing streak, and I'm pretty sure.
I watched one of his fights the other day. I mean, in my opinion, I think he won the fight. He got like a decision.
Yeah. I think he definitely did win that fight, but he doesn't do anything to really try to seal the deal.
Yeah,
right?
he doesn't push the pace.
He's a decision guy.
Yeah, he just lets the fight kind of come to him.
I did a lot of I've watched
a lot of tape,
a lot of video. I watched his Contender Series fight. He was 6-0 in that fight or something like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I watched his fight after that, and then I watched his fight after that. And he does a lot of the, we catch on to like a lot of tendencies and stuff like that. And then me and Austin watched a lot of film, together during this camp. This is the most film we've watched together in all his fights.
Right.
So.
Well, styles do make fights, and I feel like this is an interesting one because in the fights that I've seen of Austin is he very much pushes the pace.
Yeah.
And this guy being kind of a guy that kind of like lets the fight come to him, I'm interested to see how he'll react.
Yeah.
To
if you guys
a person like Austin.
If you guys don't know, Austin Coleman. He's one of our coaches here. He's we've had him on the podcast before. He's fighting a guy named Chris Ocon, Ocon. Out of Nashville MMA this Friday. So they're on their way up right now.
Yep.
Weigh-ins are tomorrow, and then fights are Friday night. So we're going to post the links to that. But, yeah, it's going to be a good one, man. Austin's feeling confident and everything. So, and then, let's see, the weekend after that, what's next weekend?
The date-wise?
So the next weekend where am I next weekend? Next weekend I'm somewhere.
I don't know. I know at the end of August you're in Las Vegas.
Yeah, right before the end of August because I'm not going for Worlds. I'm going the week before because the Academy if me and Ethan are both gone, it just makes everything operate a little bit more smoother if one of us is here.
Right.
Ethan knows like a lot of things.
I forgot Ethan's going to Worlds.
Yeah, right. Ethan's going to go to Worlds. And then the weekend after that, or the weekend before I go to Vegas, I'm going to visit my daughter at college in Spartanburg. Man, I got something on my calendar for next weekend too.
Well, earlier you were talking about the whole Charleston thing, New Breed, but I don't know if that's what you were.
No, that's on August 26th. But
gotcha.
Yeah, but anyways, speaking of New Breed, we had New Breed this weekend.
We did.
And
a lot of people compete for that. Kids killed it, man.
Kids killed it. We had, I think right off the rip, we went 3-0. I think first 3 matches of the day were like our kids. And I look over, I'm coaching one, Ethan's coaching one, and Tony's coaching one, or somebody, or Grayson's coaching somebody. So it was really good. To show up. So we took home the youth team championship, and then we had. We came in second for the adult team championship for the first time in 3 years. Yeah. So
we let them down.
6 points. 6 points.
Really?
Man. 6 points. That's all it was from us being in first. And then overall team championship, we won by landslide. And,
that was a cool experience. When I first got there, I got there a little early because I remember Ethan telling me, if you get there early, you can still weigh in. I was like, sweet. Well, I'll just get there early, weigh in, and then eat, and chill. And so when I got there, our kids were on the mat, like jogging around in a circle, looked like some Cobra Kai shit. It was kind of intimidating, honestly. I was like, damn, like they're out there all ready to go. Like the first one's there. It's like, man, this is gonna be cool to watch. And I get to see them most weeknights whenever I come in at night, and you kind of like get to see the different kids roll. So getting to see them like perform was pretty neat, man. And what is that girl's name? I think she's a gray and white belt.
Daniela.
Is that the one that went to Pan Am?
Yeah, she won
that
Pan
girl,
Ams.
her vibe, she's just always so calm.
Yeah,
she made like two little boys cry.
Yeah.
Like that girl's a monster.
She's pretty cool, man. Yeah, she gets after it. Her dad trains. His dad's a preacher.
Oh, that's her dad.
Yeah.
Oh, is it Brian? Is that his name?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep, dad's a preacher. And she got a younger brother, and she's got an older brother as well. So she's the middle one, but she's only behind her older brother by like a year, I think, year or two.
Right on. Yeah. It was cool. It was a cool experience, all around.
Yeah. So you competed as well. How's that, man?
I mean, listen, it could have gone better, but all things considered, it was still fun. I'm glad I did it, and I'm happy with the outcome regardless. Like obviously, you know, you just want to win every division, but
yeah, man.
it is what it is.
Yeah,
like,
we can't all be Khabib.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But now I'm just kind of like I have some some things that I'm kind of just letting heal now. I got tendonitis, turns out, in both my arms.
Oh yeah, I've been there, bro.
Yeah,
I've had 4 cortisone shots in this elbow.
really?
Yeah. 4 cortisone shots in this elbow, 1 in this elbow. Yeah, so it's probably hurting around in this general area.
So mine
back,
actually comes from my shoulder,
yeah,
down to the elbow.
And so like when
it's
you
a lot
go to
worse
grab
on my
a
right than my
drink
left.
or pick something up,
Yeah. Well, mainly like after class for like I don't know, maybe like the past couple of weeks, and then especially at the tournament, it's like dude, it's hard to even lift.
Yeah. So here's what you got, man. You got this nerve that runs down your arm and down back here. So you have your ulna and your radius, which is your bones right here. So you have a nerve that runs next to your ulna, and it's called the ulnar nerve. And anytime your muscles, especially from gripping, straining, maybe you're lifting, doing some triceps, your muscles get inflamed.
Yep.
Right, and they swell up and they start tingling, banging on that nerve a little bit.
Yep.
And that nerve, anytime you touch something with a nerve, it's like a fire.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, anyways, that's what's going on. So here's what you need to do, man. You have these muscles in here, and you can get a voodoo band. So if people out there, you get tennis elbow, tendonitis was what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It says voodoo band. It's made by Rogue makes them, or you can just probably Google voodoo band. It's this rubber elastic thing, and you wrap it around your arm super duper tight all the way up. You start down here and you go up, and you just move around. You twist it and you turn it, and you move your arm around. You try to squeeze your arm in. It's going to be compressed. So what it's doing is blocking off all the blood flow, right? And it's also breaking up all the fascia in your muscles, right? All the adhesions and everything. So you need to break all that stuff up and knead it out so you can get fresh blood flow to it, right? So it's blocking that off. It's similar to like a hose pipe, a water hose. You block that hose pipe off, and then as soon as you open it up, boom, it shoots out, right? The water comes shooting out faster than what it was just flowing out, right?
Right.
Well, that's what the band is doing to our arm. It's just blocking off everything, all that blood flow to there. So it's now, as soon as you let it go, boom, it gets this rush of fresh nutrients, blood, and all these oxygen, because that's in blood. And so it's really cool. That's why it's called the voodoo band. You don't know why it works. It just kind of works,
does,
man. Yeah. But you'll see, and then start doing some put some CBD and stuff on it.
Mm-hmm.
I got some. I can order you some stuff from like Monkey Tape. Make some. The people that make the
like a CBD.
Yeah, they make CBD rub, and they make a CBD roll on.
Nice.
And they also make a CBD soak, an Epsom salt soak. So if you guys check out Monkey Tape online. So I think it's called Monkey Tape, monkeytape.com. But I'm not sponsored by them or anything. We sell their tape here. It's really good finger tape.
I used it for the first time at the competition.
Yeah.
And I noticed a huge difference in grips
Yeah.
with that stuff. A
lot of people say it enhances your grips.
I feel like
Here's
maybe
what
it was a
does.
placebo, but
It is. It's definitely a placebo, but your fingers are less pliable,
Right.
if you will, right?
Yeah.
They're more intact. They're supported, right? It's stronger.
Yeah.
So your fingers are stronger and everything because they're taped up and your
Right.
joints are supported. They're not bendy and loose and So it definitely helps a little bit. Whenever you're sweaty too, it helps too. Because you can grip some people's
nice.
wrists and different things like that, even if they're sweaty, and it won't slip out as easy.
Right.
Still gonna slip out, but not as easy. But
Right.
anyways, but dude, I got some of their roll-on stuff, and I think it's like 500 milligrams or something like that. Needless to say, that's the whole bottle. I think is 500 milligrams. So, but it kind of helps me.
Yeah, I need to look into that, man.
Yeah.
Because
I
I've
don't
been dealing with it for like the past 3 weeks and just dealing with it because of the
Yeah.
competition. But
Yeah,
now
man.
that that's over and done with, I was like, all right, I gotta let it heal.
Ice too, man.
Yeah.
You got to be icing it, taking
Yep.
ice baths.
I'm ordering a cold plunge because I've never done an ice bath, but I need to start.
So you're diving in head first to ordering one, huh?
Yeah, because I'm gonna start doing them regularly,
Okay.
man.
All
I mean, it's
right.
gonna suck, but oh well.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's all about the breathing, right? That's what I've heard.
It's something like that. I can help you out, man. I can help you out.
I'm gonna do
Because
it.
what's going to happen is you jump in there, man, and you're going to go into shock.
Oh, really?
And that's what your body is doing. It's like because your extremities, your body's like, holy crap, I'm going to freeze to death, right? So if you're freezing to death, what your blood does, it goes all to your core to protect your core, your main arteries, right? Like your heart, your brain, and your organs and different things like that, right? So it leaves your extremity, so it causes like a lot of pain in your arms, feet, so, and a lot of people, they get in there and they jump in the water and they're like, they can't catch their breath because they're in, they're in shock. So the thing about it is you're getting in there is don't look at the water. Just get in there, and your shoulders, you're going to try to be like this, all tense. You got to try to relax your shoulders. Don't look at the water and just.
You only do it for like 3 minutes?
Yeah, like 2-3 minutes, until you can kind of get your stuff under control. Then you duck your head underneath.
Oh, man. That might be a problem
Hold
for
the
me.
breath, hold your nose, hold your breath for a little bit, and then come back up. Then get your breath back again. And so that's where you start to get a little bit more in control of your body, right? Because what's happening, it's an autonomous response. Autonomous?
Don't ask me, bro.
Autonomous. It's definitely not autonomous. It's definitely not that. But your autonomous nervous system, something like that, man. Anyways, I don't claim to be a doctor. I don't claim to know everything. I claim to know about BJJ and fighting, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, boxing, combat sports. I know about that term. I can't really. Autonomous. It's got to be autonomous.
It sounds good. We'll just roll with it.
Yeah. So, anyways, I sound like Wim Hof. He can't. He's like from Holland. Can't speak good English. Anyways, it's your nervous system kind of like freaking out, and so we gotta get that breath under control, and then you can get out after that. Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a shot,
and then do some fire breathing, kind of warm your body back up. And see, this is what like a lot of people think. Oh, I'm just gonna jump in and get an ice bath, but there's a lot that goes into it if you want to like get the maximum effects of it.
Yeah,
you can also go in the ice, get out, run, jump in the hot shower, get your body back warm, jump back in the ice, and then jump back in the hot shower.
Yeah, so a lot of guys that come here were telling me about the Mind Zero place.
Yeah.
Tell me to go try that. It's just sauna, ice bath.
I've never been there,
man.
I've been on this like Wim Hof journey since 2017. You know what I'm saying? So I've been doing ice baths since 2017. I used to do them in my bathtub at my apartment complex with frozen water bottles, frozen Tupperware in my freezer. I would freeze water in a Tupperware, like a plastic Tupperware or a plastic box, plastic little container.
Just throw it in the tub,
and then I just throw it in the tub, and then like it starts to melt, right?
Yeah.
And then I'll break it up a little bit, or just leave these big blocks of ice just floating around in there, and I'll stir it up real good so it's really cold, or I'll just throw frozen water bottles in there and just leave them and just refreeze them. Yeah. So that's like, and it don't cost me
nothing.
It costs me what my water bill is.
Well, right.
Yeah. I mean, needless to say, you don't have a big, giant, deep tub, but you can go to
well, that's enough to get your whole body in it.
Yeah,
anyway.
you can go to Tractor Supply and get a 100-gallon tank. That's what I got at home. And fill that bad boy up, and then do the same thing. Just dump your ice stuff in there. Get in, get out. I got a thermostat and everything on the side of it that goes down into the water, so I can see what the temperature is.
What temperature do you try to keep it at? Below.
So they say there's studies out there that say as long as you're under 65 degrees, up to 11 minutes a day, it's doing the benefits that it should.
11 minutes?
A week. Did I say a day?
Yeah, you said a day.
Yeah, meant to say a week.
I was like,
Up to,
damn.
It's either like 11 or 12 minutes a week.
Okay.
You'll get the full benefit.
So if you're icing 5 times a week, you should be all right.
Oh yeah. So I used to do, when I was fighting, I was doing about 3 or 4 a week.
Sheesh.
At 3 minutes a piece, and what I would do, man, is I started out playing like Viking music.
Really?
Like, dude, have you ever heard like
I don't. Okay, yes. Yeah.
crap like that, man? And so I'd play that, man. Needless to say, I had a fight coming up, bro. So I was getting in the zone. I'd turn off the lights in the bathroom because I was just me in the spare bathroom or whatever, and we had like a plug-in, like a pink lamp salt or whatever. Had one of those in there. That was the only light in there. And then my iPad was playing this freaking Viking music on YouTube.
That's funny.
It's like an hour or something long of all these things, and I would get in there, man, and I would just get in the zone, bro, and I would just think I was a freaking Viking repairing my body. Hey, man, things you got to do when you're fighting.
I was
man.
about to say, if it works, it works.
It worked.
You know?
I mean, I thought it worked.
Yeah.
I was, and then I'd get out. I'd just continue to listen to that music, and when I'd get out, I'd get into a horse stance, and this is all from the Wim Hof method. I'd get into a horse stance. I wasn't butt naked either. I had a bathing suit on.
Thanks for clearing that up.
So I'd get out, and right there in the bathroom. And I'd be in a horse stance. I'd do the breath of fire, and I'd be moving and twisting my body, because that's the way you're going to warm your core back up, is twisting and rotating. And then I'd do big deep breaths as I'm doing this. And if you guys want more information, check out the Wim Hof method, and WimHofMethod.com, and check out the science behind it. It goes into more and more detail of what to do. Watch some videos on it, but and then I'd take a big deep breath in, I'd hold, and I'd squeeze to my back of my shoulders, because they said, that's where the brown fat adipose tissue is stored.
Wow.
Brown fat adipose tissue, it helps warm your body up. And us as humans, we used to, when we were like many hundreds of years ago, we didn't have climate controlled facilities, right? Like, I mean, we were out in the open, we were out in the weather, and so our bodies naturally produce this brown fat adipose tissue, and that's what helped keep us warm during, the cold. And so you can activate that brown fat adipose tissue. It's good fat, that's not like white fat, right? White fat is like what's on our belly, goes around our core and stuff, like especially mine right now.
Yeah, man.
So, but that brown fat adipose tissue helps kind of warm and heat your body up. It's kind of like thermogenesis almost. Yeah.
Wow, man, you're dropping some gems today,
dude. Listen, man. It's just what it is.
Yeah, I feel like you could give a seminar on that.
Man, I've thought about becoming a Wim Hof method instructor. I'd have to go to like Colorado or Holland or something like that and do a whole week of like training with like Wim, or my mentor Brandon Powell up in Charlotte. He was one of Wim's first 25 instructors, and so now he helps train other instructors, so he can get me in if I want to do it.
Didn't you have like a Wim Hof seminar here?
I've had multiple, man.
Yeah. Is it one of his instructors that come, or is it him?
It's my friend Brandon.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Which was one of the first 25 of his guys. Like, he knows Wim really good. But the thing about Brandon, he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He gave me my purple belt. I've known him since I was 12, 13 years old, and but he's up at, it's called the Dojo in Charlotte. So if you guys are in there, he's a Carlson Gracie black belt under Julio Foca Fernandez and BJJ Revolution team. But anyways, man, like, I'm just being, a fighter and coming from, where I came from, I was 6'2", really training myself, dude, until I moved to Kurtz. Until I moved to, New Jersey, I was kind of training myself. Yeah, I had people, coaches. Like, I had Muay Thai coach. But like for MMA training, I was kind of like doing my own thing, man. Nobody was watching my videos. Nobody was watching film with me. Nobody was telling me, hey, you need to go do this workout. Hey, you need to do strength and conditioning. Hey, you need to get better at escaping out. Hey, I didn't have that, so I'd have to do it on my own, right? So I wanted to be in the most shape as possible. So I'd have to learn I learned all my fitness stuff. I learned how to diet correctly from reading and research and just engulfing myself into it. So, and then that turns to, 2017, I find out about this Wim Hof from, the Joe Rogan podcast. And I'm like, oh, this is interesting. It can help my performance. It can help me recover faster, which is me being 30-something years old. I needed. It can help me with my anxiety. It can help me with my stress, depression, all the above.
And boost your testosterone.
And boost my testosterone. And it doesn't cost me anything. All it costs is work.
Right.
It just costs time, right? So I went up Charlotte, did kind of like a private with Brandon, and just been a mentor of his over these several years. And I've had him come here, and I've done numerous seminars here and workshops and stuff. I've done them all. I've paid for them and went to them in Charlotte, and I've just, I've learned a lot, so yeah. So
that's sick. Well,
it's
it's definitely something that I want to start getting into. Just because this past weekend was like one of those first moments for me because, I'm 33. I'm getting older too. I was like, dude, I just can't
and you had
move like I used
younger
to.
kids, yeah.
Oh, yeah. There was only one dude that was older than me.
Yeah.
Everybody else was 18, 19.
Yeah.
And then that was like, because we always like to think like, oh, I still got it. Like, even though I didn't do jujitsu when I was younger, like just being able to move, right? And like somewhat of your athleticism. But I was telling my girlfriend, I was like, man, this was kind of like the first thing for me where it's like, you don't. You don't have it like you used to. So, I don't know. I figured as far as like healing faster and feeling better, boosting my immune system,
listen, man,
things like that.
Ice will do it.
Right.
It will drive the inflammation away, dude. Like, I swear it will do it. The only problem is it sucks.
I bet it does.
It sucks, man.
But you know what also
fight you
sucks?
go with through your brain to get into the water, that's what helps you become stronger, man.
Right.
That's what helps you become better in here. Or when somebody, for me, it's when a visitor walks in, but he's a black belt from another school, and now it's like, oh, I got to roll with this guy.
Yeah.
That's like, boom. It's like, all right. And it's kind of anxious for me. It's like, I'm a black belt. He's a black belt. I don't know how good he is. He could he tools me up, bro. I don't want that,
Right, yeah.
So that ice, man, puts me in the same same stressor as me having to compete, same stressor as anything. I'm feeling queasy. I feel queasy, and I look at the ice. Sometimes I'll grab the ice and I'll hold it in my hand and I'll feel how cold it is.
Yeah.
I'll just go ahead and just mentally prepare. I'm like, all right, this is going to suck. Just get in here, and I'll just get in. And then what I like to do is man, we're going deep in this.
That's fine. That's fine.
So what I like to do when I get into the ice, dude, I like to take a big, deep breath in. And I hum.
You hum.
I hum.
Makes it better?
And I breathe out of my nose when I
Okay.
do that. So what humming does, it stimulates your vagus nerve. All right? Your vagus nerve is directly connected to your brain, to your gut. It's the only thing that connects your gut and your brain. You ever heard the terms like your gut and your brain are connected? So if you have that gut feeling, what I'm saying? Different things like that. It's more to it than that, but you have this vagus nerve, and that's, you humming can help you relax a little bit and help you. It'll stimulate that vagus nerve. Will tell your brain, it's like, all right, let's just chill for a little bit. So if you ever hear, that's what they're doing.
Right on.
That's what they're doing.
Huh.
Yep. So what Brandon will do during some of his seminars is he'll have us sit in that room in a big giant circle, and we'll take big deep breaths in, and every time we exhale, we'll just hum. And the whole time somebody will be humming because different people will be off the whole time. And it's just, you just hear this
the entire time.
And it's it's cool, man. Like, it makes you feel good, you know?
Yeah, next time he comes around, I'll for sure come to that. I know you had him, like, at some point in the past year. I think I was out of town for something. But yeah,
but it's 4 hours, man. It's 4 hours, and
remember you guys
and
were
you
doing the
do
ice
like
baths and
2
everything.
hours. You do like 2.5 hours. He explains the science behind it. He explains, you know, what's going on with your body. You go through multiple different types of breathing sessions. He plays drums. He plays instruments. He plays music, and I mean, it's a far out people.
It's just a spiritual experience.
It definitely is, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this story, dude, and the first time I did it, I was really going through something. You know, I was losing fights, and I was going up to had a fight coming up, and I was like, you know, I text Brandon. I was like, hey man, I want to get started with this Wim Hof, and he was like, well, how long you got? I was like, 7 weeks. He's like, you got enough time for it to actually work, you know, and take hold. I was like, cool. I said, I'm gonna come up there and I want you to teach me everything. So me and Megan went up there, and man, he just explained everything and put me through a breathing session for I don't know how long, man. It felt like forever. And during that session, people can say I'm crazy or whatnot, but I hallucinated, man. Like, I had a visual experience because I was eating so clean and green, and just like, because I was cutting weight. I had an MMA fight coming up, and in Tennessee, same promotion that actually Austin's about to fight for. I think we fought the same night.
Yeah, I remember you guys were talking about that when we had him on.
We fought the same night. Anyways, dude, so you lay down flat, and you close your eyes, and you start doing your breaths, right? And you're going in and out, right? Well, and then you do holds, and about one of those rounds, man, I was laying in a field. This is what I was visualizing, that I was laying in this like open field, but there's trees kind of surrounding the field, and the trees are kind of like, you know how you have these pine tree fields?
Yeah.
You know, and there was just this bare spot right in the middle, and I was laying in it, and it was like green, and it was like a nice open pasture, and there was like vines growing around. It was like, it looked comfortable, right? And I'm like laying in the middle of it, and I can like, it's like I'm looking down at my body, but I'm also looking up, and I'm like that person laying in that field, right, too.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's like everything grows over top of me, and I grow into this big giant tree.
All right.
I know. Let's laugh. I'm telling you, bro.
I believe you. It's just great.
I grow into this big giant oak tree, and it's like so massive, and the trunk is so round and so big, and the branches go out, and it kind of fills up that open space, right? And around me is all these smaller pine trees, thin little pine trees, all around. But I'm this big giant oak tree in this pine tree field, if you will.
Okay.
Right. So I just took it as like, I was going through a lot of depression, anxiety. I was going through a divorce. I was doing a lot of stuff was happening in my life. I felt like I was terrible as a fighter, coach, all these things, man. And I ended up taking from that I'm stronger than I think I am. I'm bigger than I think I am. I'm more important than I think I am, and I have strong roots, and I'm solid, and I'm grounded. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then I'm stronger than everybody else around me, and then I'm not better, right? But I'm big enough to be able to hold my own around here, and it kind of helped me a lot. And man, I got up and I was talking to Brandon after that, and I started crying. That's how spiritual it was, man. Right. And so I've had several people. We do it every 8 a.m. every Monday and Wednesday. We do the breath work, and then roll after that. And it is, man. Every time I did it this morning, it's spiritual every time, man. You know, it's wild. So I'm
scared about what I'd see.
No, man, and Megan is too. Megan is too. I just embrace, things. It's sometimes I'll talk to God. I'll talk to myself. I'll tell myself how good I am, how great I am.
Like words of affirmation.
Yeah, just affirmations, man. And that's where I think a lot of people are missing when it comes to competition, right? Like, how many times you do visualization for?
Not once.
Yeah.
Not once.
Yeah.
Didn't even, honestly, it didn't even cross my mind. And the nerves really hit me.
Yeah.
Like 3 days out, like
I told
diarrhea.
you, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
I did.
Diarrhea. Like it was bad, dude.
Yeah, it happens, bro. It comes out. It's like, it's usually about 3 days. Yeah. 3 days. And weigh-in day for me was very nerve-wracking. Because you got to make weight.
Yeah.
Like, that's the first fight. Is that scale,
Yep.
And then going out there and competing in front of your friends, family, people watching.
And yeah, so for me, it was, that definitely played a part. But for me, it was like not wanting to let myself down and not wanting to let the people that
support you and help you. And
right. Mainly the people that take time out of their day to train, like, so you, Ethan, Tony, Jeff, Phil, those guys, like the guys that I've spent time with on the mat. Like, I wanted to, it just comes down to just wanting to make everybody else proud, but, mainly wanting to live up to my own expectations for myself, which, and I think for a lot of people, everybody's their own biggest critic. Everybody has for the most part, higher expectations for themselves than anybody else could have for them, so that was a thing for me.
Yeah.
And, just diarrhea, bro. That's all I could say.
Well, let's watch one of your matches, man, and we'll break it down a little bit. And because, man, we just got started talking.
We did. So the first match I have here is the gi match.
Win or lose?
I won.
Okay, cool.
By points.
So not bad. So head position is key. That was a cool little trip. I think I told you that too in the match, right?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that was cool. That was good. And see what that can do, man, is when you scoop that leg like that, it can lead you into a single leg too because you're scooping the leg up.
Right.
And
he actually tries it on me here in a second.
Yeah, sure did. He just had you, man. So look at his head position and look at yours. See how he's on the inside with his head position? You need to have your head on the inside.
That's where I want my head.
Yeah, you need to have you're right there where it's at now.
Okay.
That was a little muscle.
Yeah, I noticed he was a little light on his feet.
Yeah. So here's a couple things. You could have drug him back in ground. See how you had that belt grip? You could have. That was good, though. So I would have get a left underhook. See where your left arm is? Get that underhook, head on the opposite side, butt in the air, knee cut back on the
At some point, you start telling me, opposite head on the other side. Right there.
Yeah, right there. There it is. Yeah. And so I was telling you butt in the air, but you were leaving your knee behind him. You got to pull your knee through that hole a little bit. And the best way to do it is to take your butt in the air and balance on your head and balance on that left elbow. Flare that left elbow a little bit. That's that underhook, so you have balance and he doesn't roll you. And grab his arm right there and pull it up as you slide that knee through. See how you moved your head?
Yep.
You got to keep your head on the same side. Yeah. But you can still, see how you're using that instep?
Yeah.
You can still do that.
That puts me off balance, though, right?
It does a little bit, but you could have compressed him with like a head and arm almost. And flared your elbow so you have like a little post. They're telling him you need
he left his ring on.
Take his ring off. Have you ever seen somebody get their finger skinned off it?
No.
Yeah.
So he gets it there, but then
you sweep him right back with a little single butterfly hook.
Yeah.
Right? So you get the pass points and then you get the points for a mount. So 3 and 4 right there. Somebody just say he's killing it.
Yeah, so the guy recording it is a dude.
Now, Guy is in the way.
Yeah.
The guy his name is Guy that's standing there. So same thing, right? We get the underhook. Always need the underhook. Guy on bottom, he doesn't really know he has. So you see how we call this poor man's mount or quarter mount. And this is the easiest way is you get that underhook, head goes in the other side, but you post on your toes, and you'll kind of like get your butt up in the air and then knee cut back through. But you're already out. He didn't know what he was doing there. But this is solid, man. It's not bad. I'm just relaxing right there.
Yeah, and so this one,
Yeah, and so where you're trying to walk that arm up.
Yep.
Yeah, that you were doing a good job there. Sometimes it's going to be a little bit harder than you think. Man,
Yeah.
they should have paused this a long time ago and brought you back into the center, but nobody's on that other mat, so they're not doing it.
And I
There he
heard
goes.
you like walk it up, walk it up.
Yeah, and it's hard when he's trying to keep it down, but
Right.
you just keep going. Try to go up towards where the elbow is without getting past the elbow.
And I kept
right?
putting my head on the wrong side too.
Yeah.
So-
Well, now you won't.
Well,
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right, yeah.
You won't. And that's why competition is so good, man. It's like you've learned numerous things that have changed the trajectory of your how
Yep.
good you're going to be just from this day. Yeah,
I'm
here's where
doing
he's
again
walking
right
in.
there. Head on the
Yeah,
wrong side.
and so you see your other arm?
Uh-huh.
You should be reaching underneath his armpit like you're doing and pulling it to you, right? So pull your elbow to your other hip, right?
Gotcha.
But, man, all in all, like, this is a good match, man. Like, you controlled this guy the whole entire time. He wasn't giving you nothing. And, see, you can attack the neck. You can start attacking collar chokes and different things like that as well to
Yeah.
make him want to give up an arm and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So,
What did I do?
oh.
So that was my second match of the day. The first no-gi match I didn't get recorded, but I won that basically the same way. And this was my third match against one of the guys here, Jamie, who ended up winning gold in no-gi.
Right.
And, man, that dude's a tough little fucker, dude.
So, Jamie's state champ wrestler.
Yep.
Yeah, so.
Could have
But
gone.
he's like, what's he, 26 now, 27?
No, he's like
So, I mean,
29.
29?
Yeah, he's a couple years
So, I
younger
mean,
than
that
me.
was like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Over
yeah.
10 years ago, he's a state champ wrestler. So,
Yeah.
it's like.
He's just a little stocky guy, man.
Yeah. And he still understands wrestling.
Yeah.
You know,
no,
it's like.
absolutely.
It's like riding a bike for him.
Yeah.
You know? And so,
So-
once you understand wrestling, it's easier. But, he's older now, so he's not as fast as he probably was when he was 17, 18. You know?
Right. So this is the beginning of this match.
Starting solid. It's just, you're getting into what he wants to do. Like I would, if I know I'm going against a wrestler,
Uh-huh.
I'm just going to go ahead and pull guard.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a jiu-jitsu match. I'm just going to go ahead and pull guard, and we're not going to go back and forth with this stand-up battle,
Right.
And then me run the risk of getting taken down. That was back before I knew how to wrestle.
Right.
I
I just got to get better. If I pull guard, I have to get better at being active offensively.
Yeah,
in
see,
the
you
guard.
can pull right into half guard here. You got the underhooks out left side, so I pull half guard. I would throw my right leg on the inside in between his, and so you could have did it right there when he was on his knees.
Yeah.
But
And I just got to get more confident there, man, because like my half guard is like
yeah, and so
not
he's
that
got the head
great.
position again. Look at his head position right
Yeah.
there. See how he's like looking in your ear almost. Yeah, and he just moved his head out of the way and was able to get that.
Yeah.
Head and arm right here. And so I love this position. This is a good way to kind of drag your opponent down, right? Like by hanging on the head. And see, he knew that was coming. That's
Yep.
like,
wrestling.
yeah. So he gets the points there, the 2 there. So this guy he's going against is a really good black belt. Or your ref right here is Diago.
Oh, the ref is a
Yeah.
good black belt?
Yeah.
I tried to take his, but it ended up screwing me
That's
too,
not-
man. But I tried to
so
set
right
up the
here,
triangle.
you should have grabbed his wrist with your right hand. Grabbed his wrist with your right hand
Uh-huh.
and just kind of pulled it off of your knee. And then that'll help you set up Kimuras too, right?
Mm.
Or be able to set up different things just by get your knee in the middle so you can start setting up triangles. And you can do that when he's got your wrist too. Like when he's got your wrist, just move your wrist out of the way. He's gonna follow it,
yeah.
boom, and then your knee can go in that little hole and start setting up triangles.
Forgot about this part. This dude gets in the way. I almost got him in a triangle here. I just couldn't finish it. And then
Yeah, I see it.
it's
I
like
see it.
right here. I
Yeah.
get my feet up over
Yeah.
him. And then the video is going to skip here because he had to move.
Yeah.
So this is basically fast forwarded to almost the end of the match.
Yeah.
And
But
this
I can
is-
see you start like on the inside on your right arm there. You're trying to frame his arm away so you can get your shin on the inside there.
Yeah.
You know, he's leaning forward, so he knows what you're trying to do. He's not sitting back. You need him to sit back here. It's so hard to, like, get somebody in a triangle when they're smashing their head into your head.
Right.
You know, you need him over top of your belly a little bit more. A couple things you can do, though. Yeah. See how you got your feet on the hips right there? Mm-hmm. That's good. That's good. I was about to say
I was just trying to create some kind of space, man, because he's heavy when he wants to be.
Boom. And so you just got to get a little bit quicker at locking the legs around his neck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So here I would see your foot right there. I would try to scoop his foot with see how your right knee's on the inside?
Yeah.
You can bail on that and just scoop his leg and pull it back into your half guard. You see what I'm saying? So, like, kick it behind him and then just scoop it in. You'll be able to. Yeah, it looked like you tried to grab it.
I was going to try to hook it.
Yeah, he's trying to stay in side control. So
I don't know why I did.
Hey, you were just trying to make something happen, man. You know, and that's what happens, dude. Sometimes, like, especially as white belts, we don't really know what we're doing. We try to explode out of things, you know, or.
I mean, it's not like even knee bars are even legal, so I don't.
Right.
Yeah,
you were just trying to.
I was trying to create some kind of space, dude, like to get
You're
out.
You're trying
from
to go inverted
that,
and do like a berimbolo or something.
And I actually did. I made the same mistake in the next match. So Jamie went on to get first place, right?
Yeah.
And so this is the match after Jamie. This was for third place in no-gi. And this is another wrestler. Really cool kid, actually. I talked a lot with him afterwards. He's from Charleston.
Where'd you train at?
Changjo? Somerville or something like that?
Chongo.
Another wrestler.
Yeah. His coaches are, like, massive.
Really?
I mean, like, huge.
So this is filmed on his.
Oh, dude. Beautiful underhooks there. You should have just kept that underhook and kept trying to go over. It's called a cement job. You just keep trying to run around, like, reach your left arm with that underhook, reach it to its opposite hip. Yeah, and try to cross face him, and you'd land inside control.
And this match really disappointed me, dude, because I was so I heard him gurgling, and you'll see here in a minute. And he even told me after I was. You need to
check out and see what a 10-finger guillotine is. You have that position right there where you can do a 10-finger, where it's where you scoop underneath his chin like this. Kind of crunch. Yeah.
And then I hear you're like, switch the grip.
Yeah, you should have had this grip.
And I got it. And then now you're like, now squeeze. And, dude, my arms were just
dead. Yeah.
But this is where I heard him gurgling.
Yeah, you got to drop to the right side here and drop that elbow to the mat.
And then lift.
And there's the arm bar right there.
Yeah, I was just too slow. I did try to go for it, though. It was just very sloppy.
Yeah, you can go. There was a triangle there. If you went inverted, you could try to go back up and over. But
he's got the under.
Yeah, he's got the underhook here, man. Which doesn't matter because he's trying to pass to that same side.
Right.
It's usually when the underhook, it matters when you're passing to the opposite side. But he had that control in the hip as well. Dude's solid, man. You know, he's not like.
He's competed a bunch.
Yeah, he should have did intermediate, man. Or were you intermediate?
He got bronze in absolute.
What?
Not this one, but the one before this.
So what division is this?
This is 159.
Beginner or what?
Yeah, beginner. Yeah, he's competed a bunch. I went and looked at his record. He's got a bunch of bronze medals and one gold.
Oh, he's never mind. But I mean, he should definitely be. I wonder if is he a white belt?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's only got he's got one or two stripes. I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Dude's solid. He definitely.
And this was like my last.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely looks like a white belt, acts like a white belt, but it's just,
he's just more polished than me.
He's solid. He's solid. Yeah, he's a little bit more polished than you. Like, you got that underhook. You had that underhook on that side. So if he would have came up there, he would have got 2 points. If he would have been on top.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just because you were in his guard, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you sat down on your butt. If he would have just came up on top right there, that's 2 points for him, and which is
This is just a horrible.
Think this is what he's gonna.
He got me with the arm drag twice, man. And then all I hear
wrestled for a little bit for sure.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, he was a high school
good,
wrestler. He's 19, so he's fresh out of high school.
Wow. So I would get right underhook here. See how your right arm's on his neck. I would pummel that underneath his arm, get on the left hip here, and start coming out the back door or going to that leg. Taking your right hand, get on your left hip, boom, trying to get your right arm around the back of his leg. Then you can secure one leg and maybe come up for a single leg, or you can pull that back into half guard too. You know? So there's a lot of different things.
And it gets fancy right here.
Oh!
He tried it.
Hey! So, yeah.
And, I mean, it basically, so you can't see it, but right here, if the match would have went 10 seconds more, he would have got disqualified because he reaped an ankle lock, an illegal ankle lock at the end here. But honestly,
right there.
There. And it was just happened to be into time. And the ref, you'll see him, he'll tell him after this, he'll like hold up the X, like telling him like if that match would have gone a couple more seconds, you would have got disqualified. But I wouldn't want to win that way, honestly, anyways. Not after I've lost the entire freaking match, you know?
Right.
And that's where he made the mistake, the ref. So I got one more thing I want you to watch. Now, this was Jamie versus that guy in Gi.
Okay. I think I was.
You were coaching for this one.
Or no, maybe I was.
I believe you were.
So he knew Jamie was going to take him down, so he immediately pulled guard. And he's trying to bolo. He's trying to knock him over, but Jamie's balance is good, man.
Yeah.
See how he's controlling that leg, the same one on his side? He should have got that first hook, though. Like, now he's just got. But that's hard when somebody turtles up. Yeah, he's got 2 points there, or 3 points for the pass. Sorry. So he's keeping that kid. See how, he dropped his hip so he can't get his legs back on the inside. It creates like a wall. See how it's like a wall to where his knees are?
Yeah.
He has to shrimp his butt away. And see, Jamie's just rushing him out here. He's just rushing him out, and that causes him to get caught back in the guard. My best thing is, like, when I'm trying to go into mount, man, I was like, I want to staple that person flat down so they can't really do anything and slide my shin bone and my knee across the waistline, like perfectly across where, your pants are.
Oh, so all right. So I remember for this one, you were standing on the other side of the barrier.
Yeah.
Tony, it sounds like he was coaching.
Yeah. Man, I was all over the place.
Yeah. You were running all over the place, dude.
Yeah, it wasn't bad as usual, man. Usually, dude, I'm like way worse today. But fortunately, there was only 6 mats, and not a whole lot of competitors. Yeah, see, Jamie should be sitting down, man, and trying to pass the guard. Standing up now. Put the knee in the middle, and that's what you need to do. Anytime you got somebody. And you're trying to pass, you need to put some kind of leg in the middle. As soon as their guard breaks, put a knee in the middle. See, his hips are just too far away when he's trying to pass. He needed to stay on the inside there. Ooh, got to retire.
Overall, it was a good experience, man. New Breed is like really on top of it, like with the.
Now they are.
Yeah.
Now they are, bro.
So
it's taking a long time, bro.
Oh, really?
It's taking a long time. Used to, you show up there at 9:00, bro. Next thing you know, it's like the matches are finally starting at 11.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it used to be a big old cluster, man. Because
Mine
they used to do bracketing.
Like 2 hours.
Well, they used to do bracketing the same day. They before Smooth Comp kind of came in, before they got with Smooth Comp to set up a better bracketing, and a better thing, and like pre-bracketing and a pre-sign up. You used to sign up a day of. You could sign up day of, man. And so you're talking like, man, nightmare.
Right.
Nightmare, dude. Now, needless to say, they'd get more people if they allowed it, but you just don't have an understanding with what's going on. Yeah, man. Jamie's just like so quick on his feet, dude. Like that kid was doing everything he should do. Now he's in triangle, though. He's just got to get all the way out,
Yeah. Like my first match got pushed back 2 hours, but once I started, I think the most time I had in between one of my matches was 7 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was just going back and forth.
Yeah, that's tough to recover.
It sucked, dude.
That's tough. Man, girls at Pan Am's, man, when Daniela was going, man, she'd have like 30 minutes to 45 minutes in between her matches. Oh, that was like a kind of a crappy guard pull, man. He was trying to get an arm bar. See, Jamie, see where his knees are? See how he's far away from that guy? But he needs a, which, I mean, he's trying to pass his guard. With what he was trying to do, he was almost doing the right thing, but not really. Which, I mean, that was cool. He did like a little throw by, you know, you just wind that person up and throw them by and go around to the side.
Right.
That's just a wrestler thing. Yeah, Jamie had a lot of matches, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he went through both brackets he was in was like at least 8 guys in each one.
Yeah. He had, I want to say he had 6 or 7 matches. Which is,
yeah, he probably had like 2 after this.
Yeah, he should try to do some IBJJF things. You guys should too, man. I think they got Charlotte's coming up in October.
Man, I got a lot of work I need to put in before.
Yeah, but why not, man? Why not? Like, dude, you just put in a lot of work. It's August, dude. So it's like, I mean, it's August now, so October. Got 2 months.
Yeah.
Kid was trying to foot lock. So what? Yeah, he shouldn't have let him knock him over like that and kind of stand up. You got to chase him and kind of crunch or curl him in as you curl your foot too, same time. But that guy, he doesn't really have anything right now.
Well, it gets a little almost could have got controversial here in a second. Like you see, like Jamie just got kicked.
Yeah, he got kicked in the head.
And then the dude, like you'll hear Ethan.
Yep. So here's the deal. So anytime somebody's in a submission, you can't restart it.
In the submission.
You can't restart them in the submission. Yep. So you restart standing, and the person that had the submission gets 2 points. So if it was tied up, you know,
dude would have just got 2 points.
Dude would have got 2 points, and he probably would have won.
Yeah.
You know? But here Ethan is explaining, hey, that's not IBJJF. That you have to stand up and reset.
Man,
so,
and the ref at this point just kind of looks like he's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I think he knows. He was like, he wanted to start in the submission, but that's not the rules, you know?
Right.
So
then he gives him the 2 points.
Gives the kid 2 points.
And now it's 3-2 at this point.
3-2.
With like 15 seconds left.
Yep.
9 seconds left.
But, yeah, his head position's just too good, you know? Dude, and Jamie throws that kid off right here, like throws him on the ground.
You hear this big
like,
thump.
Yeah.
And then somebody over there is like, hey. But this Jacob kid who he's facing, he didn't have any coaches, man. He came down with nobody, just himself and his girlfriend.
I want to say where they're out of Monk's Corner. Monk's Corner
no, Somerville.
Like Somerville?
Yeah.
That's near Monk's Corner.
Oh,
right?
is it? Oh, okay.
I want to say it is.
But yeah, like overall, man, it was a good experience. It was an experience I needed, and at the end of the day, I just wanted to give it a shot and just try it.
And it was right down here. It was here. You didn't have to travel.
Exactly.
Dude, I used to have to drive all to Charlotte. I drove to Atlanta. Like, I mean, this is back in the day. Raleigh. I got pulled over going to Raleigh once, and on the way to it, it's called the U.S. Grappling. Those were like really well run tournaments. Anyways, I went up to U.S. Grappling. It was a no time limit, submission only. So you go as long as you go. I was a purple belt then. Anyways, I'm like, guy was like, got pulled over by state troopers. State troopers like, what are you doing? Wait, man, where are you going so fast? I'm like, man, I'm running late for this tournament. He's like, oh, that you do that jiu-jitsu stuff? I'm like, yeah, man, I love that stuff. Hey, good luck today, man. Be careful, all right?
Wow.
Send me on my way.
Never happens for me.
Sent me on my way. He was like, man, I love that stuff. He's like, you know, and I was like, yeah, you guys need it.
Yeah, right. I mean, we have cops that come here, but I've had There's a cop that I know. He was a blue belt. I forget. Well, he used to train with the guy I first started with, but he does like SWAT, right? And he's like, man, the academy. So you go and you take their stuff. It's like it's not. If anything, it's gonna get you hurt.
Nothing. It's nothing, bro. It's like,
gonna get you hurt.
It's gonna get you hurt, and they don't do it enough to even
for it to stick,
to be proficient, right? Like they don't even shoot their weapons enough to, like, training wise, to, you know, to be proficient, man. You know, like once a year is not proficient. I don't know if police officers do every 6 months. I don't think they do quarterly. I want to say they do it yearly, but I could be wrong. If you guys know, put it in the comments whether it's yearly or every 6 months or something like that. But I'm not a cop, so I don't know. Military was once a year, right? And that was for security forces too, which is police officers in the Air Force. So I don't know, man, but you know, we're getting more police officers in here, which is going to help a lot as far as help them in their career.
Yeah.
So much, dude. Like, people don't understand how much it's going to help them.
Especially here in the summer, dude.
Dude, like, if I was a black belt, if I was a cop and I was a black belt, or I was a black belt as a cop, then I would go to work. I'd be like so, like, confident, man, because I would just like put you down on the ground. You know, now needless to say, you got to worry about people grabbing your gun, people fighting you, all these different things. But I don't know, man. I was a bouncer here, for a couple years. Dude.
That was back when Broadway at the beach was every
banging,
night.
bro.
There was something going on there,
it was
dude.
Banging. People used to go there just to fight, bro.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And you were probably bouncing at the 3 clubs in one.
I was at Oz and Malibu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd either do Oz or I'd do Malibu. So it just depends on where they needed me that night. Because, I mean, I knew the head of security there, and he'd call me in. And so when I first moved down here, I needed extra income, you know. Cause I was hurting, bro. And so I'd go and I'd make $100 a night, you know, going there to bounce. And I'd never gotten an altercation, man. I never had to fight anybody. I'd grab people by their shirt like this, and I'd snatch it up, and I'd whip them. And I'd like a gi almost. I'd whip them around in front of me. I'd block them with my elbow so they couldn't turn back around, and I'd just run out the door with them, you know. And I'd grab their beer out of my hand with one hand. I bounced at this bar in Red Bank, New Jersey, too. Never had any issues there. So I don't know.
Did you have the cauliflower ear at the time?
I did.
That's why.
I did.
They see that and they're like, oh.
Yeah, it's a good deterrent.
Yeah. They're like, I'm not messing with that guy.
Yeah.
That's like a thing in jail, too.
Yeah.
You know, you see cauliflower ear, you don't mess with. You don't mess with them. They don't want no problems.
Yeah, let's hope not, man. So I ain't going to prison anytime soon.
Well, yeah, me either. Hopefully. I don't do anything illegal, but yeah, I mean, you just never know.
Yeah, never know.
Well, all right, man. Well, take us out, dog.
Yeah, dude, man. I appreciate you guys for listening up. I know we kind of got off on the crazy track, but if you get a chance, check out Wim Hof method. Check it out. It's got a lot of science behind it, and a lot of good information is out there. A lot of free information is out there as well. Numerous books and stuff. But anyways, thank you guys so much. Please like, subscribe, comment, talk to us a little bit. We reply just about or to every person. We appreciate you guys, and share. Let's get the word out there. I think we're doing over 200 views now, a little bit per episode. So
something like that. Yeah.
It's not bad.
No.
I think this is 16. Is this 16?
I think
15?
this is 17.
17. Oh man.
I think
I'm behind one.
I'm losing. Yeah. It's kind of losing count at this point. And we're just getting started. And also for anybody watching that is local here, trains here, if you want to watch Austin's fight, which will be tomorrow night, then that link to that stream is in the description. I believe I don't think it's free. I think it's like $20, but
It's probably like 1999.
Yeah, something like that. But you're supporting a local guy here and somebody that puts in a lot of work helping to train children and to train, adults.
Yep,
so
for sure, man.
So good luck to Austin, and appreciate you guys for watching. Till next time.
Out.